American Top 40.
I'm Gordon Elliott, minding the AT40 store for the big grocer Casey Kasem. Now, we're up to the first chart single by a woman who can trace her current success directly to a previous flop. This is the story that a young singer named Irene Cara recently told us. According to Irene, who's been working as a professional actor since her early teens,
one of her first roles was in a strange, futuristic outer space musical in New York City called Via Galactica.
And that play, written by a young playwright named Christopher Gore, may have been a bit too far ahead of its time, says Irene Cara.
After only 1 week, it closed. The space musical was a flop.
Now that was 7 years ago. And during those 7 years, Irene Cara went on to other roles in more successful plays like The Me Nobody Knows.
And around 1979, 7 years after Via Galactica flopped, the young actress got a phone call. A call from the playwright Christopher Gore,
who she had last seen when she was doing Via Galactica and hadn't heard from or seen since.
Christopher told her that he'd written a screenplay that was about to go into production. He said he remembered her fondly from Galactica and wanted her to try out for the lead role in his film.
Well, Irene Cara won that role, the part of Coco in the smash movie Fame.
A role that put Irene Cara into the big time. And Irene scored with 2 big hits from the soundtrack of that movie, the songs Fame and Out Here on My Own. In show business, failure is a common step on the road to success.
And that's how she came to be on the charts. At number 5, here's Irene Cara with the title song from Fame.
I'm Lon Thomas, in for Casey Kasem, and here's a song by a young woman whose father is Puerto Rican and whose mother is Cuban, but she says her ethnic roots are pure New York City. At number 8, Irene Cara with Fame.
American Top 40.
Now, get ready for an AT40 Extra, the biggest movie song of 1983. A number 1 song that wouldn't have happened if the record producer hadn't been swayed by a woman's tears. Here's the story. Back in 1983, some film producers approached top record producer Giorgio Moroder. They asked him to create the title song for their movie. Well, they showed him an unfinished version of the film, and Giorgio Moroder didn't like it. He was ready to turn down the job. Then, a few days later, he went to see another screening of the same movie, and this time he took his girlfriend. Well, she cried during the film. And Giorgio figured, with a reaction like that, the film must have something going for it. So he took the assignment after all to produce the theme song. But things still weren't going easily for Giorgio. The original plans called for a ballad, but he thought the theme song should be upbeat, so he rewrote it completely. And when Irene Cara was brought in to sing the song, she wasn't happy with the lyric and suggested some changes. And so they did. That was in 1983. And that collaboration went on to spend 6 weeks at number 1. It was the biggest movie song of the year and the second biggest song of the year, too. Here it is now as an AT40 Extra. The song Giorgio Moroder almost turned down producing and writing until his girlfriend's tears turned him around. Flashdance, What a Feeling, co-written and produced by Giorgio Moroder, co-written and sung by Irene Cara. The biggest movie song of 1983 went all the way to number 1. An AT40 Extra as the countdown continues.
Casey's Coast to Coast.